Hello everybody, this is me checking back in from where we left off. Go ahead and get this one done because I have another kind of a quick overview of an infinity scarf that I completed so I can post a pattern up. But these are the cups. I've already connected them, and this is where we were supposed to do our half double crochets, if you remember, all the way to the end. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys that half double crochet all the way to the end so we can be in the same place. So we can work on the bodice part or the torso down to the waist part of your cute little top. And the best part about this is you don't have to do it the way I did it. Right now I'm just working into one of those middle chains or stitches that I created. So I'm going to make sure that I collect two in the right place so that it's pretty straight. And sometimes that is a little bit difficult to do, but I try. Okay, I just got two in there. Yay. Okay. So that's what I try to do all the way down. Half double crochet. Always got some tougher stitches. I've noticed when I'm working with something like this, it's not like a scarf or a hat or ear warmers. I'm noticing that my tension varies, and it's because when you're working with this soft yarn, it's really good for garments. This Lion brand Trubu or Kaboo, it's weighted, and I think it's kind of a work in progress to get used to the weight of it and how it works across. So that's something to consider as well. So I'm going to get all the way down here to the end, and I do mean to the very last stitch. So you can see what I typically do with that. All the way. Uh-oh, I didn't get to, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back two because that was not pretty, and I don't like it when it's not pretty. One, all the way to the end here, and I think this is my last stitch. So look, I got my little mini top. So what I do is I work the bottom first, two. So I always do 2 chains to turn, because now I'm gonna start doing a stitch that I really enjoy using. And what I'm gonna do, since like I told you guys, I do something different kind of every time, so that it's kind of special, and I never make the same top twice, I don't think. I'm going to do the stitch that I recently did an infinity scarf with, and everyone's been asking about that stitch. So I'm going to do that stitch here. That way I can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and we can all be on the same page. So in the first stitch, I'm going to do a double crochet. And it just makes that edge nice for me. Okay, now I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to skip 2. And then I'm going to go in. And I'm going to do 1 double crochet. A second double crochet in the same stitch. Then I'm going to chain 1 and then enter another double crochet and a 4th double crochet in that same stitch, leaving that space at the top. I'm going to yarn over. I'm sorry, no, not yarn over. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and then I'm just going to do a single crochet. Okay, and then I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and then I'm going to do a total of 2 double crochets, a single chain, and an additional 2 double crochets. So that is a total of 4 double crochets with a single chain in the middle. Then I won't yarn over. I'm going to skip 2, and I'm going to do 1 single crochet. Okay, yarn over, skip 2, 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and 2 double crochets. Again, that's 4 double crochets and a chain to split the 2. And then we're going to go skip 2, and we're going to do 1 chain. Okay, 2 double crochets, a single chain, and 2 more double crochets. Skip 2, 1 single crochet, skip 2, 1, 2 double crochets, 1 single chain, 1 double crochet, and a last double crochet. Okay, then I'm going to skip 2 again, and I'm just going to make 1 chain like we did before. Just 1 chain is fine. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is the same thing we did on the other side. Uh-oh, there was no chain. I don't think it's a good idea to put one there because we want 2 spaces. And then, just like the other side, I need to be able to do my nice edge. So let's just stay consistent with what I normally do. Okay? All the way to the end. And that's what that row would look like. That's exactly what that row would look like. Okay? And then what we would do is we would chain 2, and we're going to turn it. Okay, chain 2, and we're going to turn it. And then I'm going to do double crochet on top of the double crochet. I'm going to do a single crochet into the space of the shell stitch I made. Then I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to do the same thing as before. 2 double crochets into that single chain from the previous row. So basically, when I go back that second pass, you do the opposite part of the pattern into the previous. So that was a shell, it gets a single crochet. That's a shell, gets a single crochet. Okay, and then this is a single crochet. So in this single crochet, it's gonna get two double crochet and a single chain. Same thing here, it's the opposite. It has a shell, so we're just going to put a single crochet. For the single crochet, we're going to do the shell stitch. Single crochet into the shell center, that's a tongue twister. And we're going to do another shell stitch in the single crochet. And then at the end, I'm going to always put those 2 double crochet because it's going to keep that edge looking very smooth. Okay, before this video gets too incredibly long, I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. As you can see, eventually it just starts to make that pretty stitch. And I'm going to show you the infinity scarf that I'm referring to so that you can have an idea of the stitch that I'm trying to demonstrate here on this video. Okay, so this is that stitch. This is that blanket possibility that everyone's been asking about. So that is what I did here. See? But I did 3. There's 3 of them. The reason why this puffs out so nicely is because I did a 6 stitch shell. So here you're watching me do 2. Here I'm doing 3. So I'm doing a 3 stitch shell, and that's why it looks so nice and puffy. And also here I'm using a smaller hook. But when you want to do it big, puffy, and nice and soft for a baby blanket, we use bigger needles. So I would suggest, if you're working with a yarn that's about an average weight, like you see here, I would suggest using a 6 or a 7, especially if you're using like a kaboo or something like that. But with this little nice soft bad boy here, I would suggest using a 6 or a 7, because it's going to be so nice and soft. So I'm going to probably do this whole new thing on a tutorial, but those tutorials take a long time, and I don't know if Instagram's going to let me post it, because you're no fun all the time. I love Instagram. Don't you listen to me play around. So as you can see, that stitch is, well, it's just coming along really pretty. So I'm going to chain 2 just to build upward, and what you're going to do is you're going to go all the way across the bottom of this, doing the opposite of what we did on the previous row. So in the single crochet from the previous row, you're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 individual chain, and 2 double crochets, as we talked about before. And you're going to do this all the way down. Single crochet in the shell, shell in the single crochet, all the way down until you get to those 2. Okay? And what I would suggest, if this was a full length top, I would do that about 8 rows or so, but it depends on how long you want your top to be. Do that, and then what we'll do is we'll get caught up here tomorrow, and I'll show you how I do it seamlessly, where I put my straps on too, and all the way across the top. So straps here and straps at the top, and then put my little, my little fancy stuff. But we'll keep going with this. Thanks so much for checking back in with me. So you guys try to do that, and we'll meet back here. Bye.